MAGA is having a really hard time right now coming to terms with the fact that Donald Trump has lied to them about quite literally everything. So they're struggling right now. There's a bit of an internal debate inside of each and every one of these little MAGA people because right now, most of them, I will say most, are totally happy with Donald Trump becoming the new leader of Venezuela in addition to the United States. But there's a good number of them that remember just, a year ago when Donald Trump had promised no new wars, no new conflicts. There was going to be peace. I mean, hell, Trump told us on Christmas Eve that his plan for the new year was just peace on earth, right? Or maybe that was New Year's Eve. And then a couple days later, he takes over Venezuela. But none of this, by the way, is, quote, America first, as Donald Trump pledged in his first, second, and third presidential campaigns. He was a president for the American people, by the American people, and by God, that's what he was going to take care of. Now that he's proven that's not true, MAGA's having a bit of a tough time. Nobody, of course, more so than Marjorie Taylor Greene. I know it's been a little buried because of what happened with Venezuela, but before the attack on Venezuela on Friday night, Donald Trump did announce that morning that we had troops ready to go into Iran if the government killed any protesters. Marjorie Taylor Greene got on social media following that threat from Donald Trump and said this: Israeli cybersecurity billionaire demanding to take away Americans' guaranteed First Amendment free speech and President Trump threatening war and sending in troops to Iran is everything we voted against in 2024. Trump voters spent the week threatening a tax revolt because they are so furious about the never-ending waste, fraud, and abuse of their hard-earned money going to foreigners and foreign wars. The focus should be on tax dollars here at home and defending our God-given freedoms and rights. Now, aside from her, borrowing the old KKK slogan, America First, she's not entirely wrong. We have so many problems here in the United States. We still have infrastructure that is crumbling to dust. We have Americans that cannot afford groceries. We have 20+ million people that lost their health care this year. And folks, we are 6 days into the year. Millions more expected as the Medicaid cuts kick in, as insurance prices become unaffordable for millions more. We can't even afford our prescription drugs when we do have insurance. College is causing people to be in debt for 30 years after they graduate. And of course, entire generations in this country can't even afford to buy a home. Those were the things that MAGA understood. I mean, they may not have wanted real solutions to them, but they knew those were problems. Trump campaigned on most of those things I just mentioned. And in story after story, when I've talked about these, former Trump voters now turning against him, the common theme is that these people realize Trump is not, in fact, America first. So there is this slight bit of awakening. I don't want to give it too much credit. I don't want to act like it's this big, huge thing taking place among all of MAGA. But Trump can't afford to lose any support. The Republican Party can't afford to lose any support. And as more and more of these people wake up every single day and start to realize that Donald Trump lied to you about everything in the first campaign, the second campaign, and the third campaign, third time's the charm, I guess. But they turn away from him. They abandon him, and some of them even abandon the Republican Party as a whole. So that's a good thing. What's happening right now with this administration, with this government, with this country is not good. But the more people start to realize they made mistakes because they had been lied to, the better our chances are of having a at least fairly decent future for the United States. Scientists recently discovered a new evolutionary trait in puppies, And it's that they cannot grow up and reach their full potential unless you subscribe to this channel. Don't do it for me, folks. Do it for little Atlas and Judge here.
Good boys. You do good. Want to say something?
No? Okay.